Greetings, everyone. This is Rock and Roll Spot Country with my review of Shang Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. So, obviously, I went and saw Shang Chi, the newest entry in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Simply put, it's a high concept martial arts fantasy movie with superheroes. Some quick takes. It's got one of quite possibly the best fight scenes to date in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. It's and for the first basically new character origin movie post Endgame. It sticks the landing. There are some questions that do kind of come to mind when it comes to the timeline. I kind of feel like you're trying to say that everyone, all of the movie's primary characters survived the blip. But it's not. They never outright say it, but it kind of feels like that's what they're saying, which does kind of seem a little, I don't know, convenient. But hey, you kind of have to suspend disbelief and expect at least a degree of convenience in most films, right? So our cast of note, we've got Simu Liu as Shang-Chi, the son of Zhu Wenwu, the leader and bearer of the Ten Rings. Trains his childhood to be an assassin. Works at a hotel valet in San Francisco. And but probably the best way to use one's martial arts and assassin skills. Next up, we've got Awkwafina as Katie, Shang-Chi's best friend and co-worker. Has tried her hand at many things over the years, but nothing really stuck. Actually, a rather talented driver. Then we've got Tony Leung as Zhu Wenwu, the long-lived bearer and founder of the Ten Rings, father of Shang-Chi and his sister, Jia Ling. Speaking of which, Meng-Er Zhang as Jia Ling, Shang-Chi's sister. She runs a dark web-based underground fight stream from the club she owns in Macau, China. Honestly, just at least as skilled a fighter as her brother, and as ambitious as her father. Next up, we've got Michelle Yeoh as Ying Nan, Shang-Chi and Jia Ling's aunt, highly skilled warrior with a focus on Ta Lo's native martial arts form. Florian, I'm probably going to butcher this, but Mutano as Razor Fist, a Ten Rings operative with a retractable blade in place of his right hand. Actually rather pragmatic. Fala Chen as Li, Shang-Chi and Jia Ling's mother. Lived in the mystical city of Ta Lo until she left to live with Zhu Wenwu, the man she fell in love with. One of the few people to ever defeat Wenwu in battle, or in one-on-one battle, at least a one-on-one battle. And finally, we have Ben Kingsley reprising his role as Trevor Slattery from Iron Man 3, a former actor who played the leader of the Ten Rings, the Mandarin, now a prisoner of sorts of the Ten Rings, prisoner/court jester. Turns out that he's not the brightest bulb, and even cleaned up, he's still not the brightest bulb. So our spoiler-free breakdown, we get the history of the Ten Rings summarized, revealing that it dates back at least centuries, and under the leadership of Zhu Wenwu, who was granted power and long life by the Ten Rings he had. It's never clearly stated where the Ten Rings came from. Kind of a legends. Their legends say that they came from this, they came from that, so on and so forth. In the present, Wenwu's son Shang-Chi is attacked by members of the Ten Rings. They're to take the amulet he wears. He was given by his mother when he was a child. This leads to him and his friend Katie going to Macau, China, to help Shang's sister Jia Ling in the event of a similar attack on her. Of course, there is a similar attack, and all three are promptly captured by the Ten Rings. Wenwu explains that he means to free his wife Li from her imprisonment in Ta Lo, though Shang and Xialing state that she's dead. Shang, Xialing, and Katie escape the Ten Rings compound with the aid of Trevor Slattery and make their way to Ta Lo with the Ten Rings in pursuit. Upon arriving at Ta Lo, Shang and Xialing meet their aunt Ying Nan, who tells the story of Ta Lo, revealing that a demon known as the Dweller in Darkness is imprisoned near the city, and we pretty much get it confirmed that it's pretty much stated that the Dweller in Darkness is manipulating Wenwu into storming Ta Lo in the hopes of using the actual rings, not the organization, but the rings to free the Dweller. Of course, the Ten Rings arrive. We get the big superhero movie fight scene where all the main characters get their moments to shine. You know, the big bads are defeated. You know, all in all, you know, that's probably the most predictable thing with the movie. So the ups and downs, honestly, very, very entertaining movie. Great cast. Superb use of Asian imagery, both traditional and modern. The fight scenes are amazing. As I said, probably the best one we've seen in the MCU to date. The inclusion of Trevor Slattery actually works perfectly. There were actually, though it does kind of follow a lot of the tropes that superhero movies follow. At the same time, there were some genuine surprises. Of course, none of them I can really go into, but yeah. On the downside, not even a mention of Ant-Man. I mean, come on. Shang and Katie live in San Francisco. No mention of Ant-Man? Rude. That's honestly the only downside I can come up with. It's not a perfect movie, but, still, that's really the only downside I can come up with. So, yeah. Quick thoughts or final opinions? Plain and simple. Marvel still got it. Yeah, they nailed it. Rating, that's an easy 4 out of 5. Yeah, without question. If you like martial arts movies, check it out. Of course, obviously, if you're a fan of the rest of the MCU, again, check it out. Yeah. Also, well, before finishing up, there are 2 post credits. You get that the usual mid credits scene, and then we have a full on post credits scene. Anyway, that's going to do it for now. As always, feel free to like, share, and subscribe. Links to my Facebook, Twitter, Patreon, and PayPal can be found in the description box down below. This is Rock and Roll Spock signing off saying, live long and rock hard.